Okay, so welcome. Forget I'm saying so. Now everybody's gonna be focusing on that. Welcome to Kubifaktorium. This is an automation game similar to, let's say, RimWorld meets Factorio in a way. You have settlers, except they're not settlers, they're more like travelers, and they set up bases on islands, and progressively you can automate more and more operations. It's very charming, it's very simple, it's not a very expansive game, you can pass it quite quickly in fact. But it is very fun, and I love these types of games, the automation games. So we are gonna be doing that. I'm gonna play a new campaign. There's only one campaign right now, The Secret of the Ancient Wisdom. On a faraway island, there once was a prosperous nation. The people of that place lived in abundance, but this age of abundance was soon to turn into an age of scarcity. The land had nothing left to give to its inhabitants, and they waged war against each other over the last remaining resources. They forgot how they used to live in harmony with each other. Ulrich, the son of the chief of this nation, rallied his remaining people. Their last hope lies hidden in an ancient legend. It tells of a place in Ager? Let's go for Ager Seas. Ager Seas, where people once discovered a secret to a life of eternal abundance. And so they gathered their last belongings, said farewell to their homeland, and embarked on a quest to find the promised land and save their people. So that's the premise of the game. And this is how the campaign looks like. You can see there's not many islands, but it takes, because of its nature, it takes a while to get one level through. Oh look, I see land. Wake up everyone, we are saved. Kubifaktorium is not a survival game. Your colonists will never starve or die of thirst. That being said, they do eat and drink, and it affects how efficient they are. Okay, so the first level is, well, not first level, but every level has a list of objectives, and it is also as a tutorial, so it's a roving tutorial. It is very charming. The music is also very charming, although I believe that it might be a bit too low. I'm gonna increase the sounds, because the way I had these set up was for my own play when I was playing by myself, and I usually listen to podcasts and stuff. So hope... Did that accept changes? Yeah, it did. Tell me if the sounds are not well enough. Okay, so click this objective to proceed. There we go. Rotate using Q and E. There we go. So this is Ulrich. I would like to thank everyone who put their trust in me and stuck with me throughout our journey. I know it was hard for all of you. Nevertheless, we are just at the beginning of our quest and have no idea where it will take us. The gods seem to be on our side so far. I mean, look around, my friends. We've made it safely to this beautiful island. We would be lying to ourselves if we were to think that the resources here are infinite. Starting a new settlement and staying here would eventually lead to the same disaster we saw in our homeland. We must complete our quest at any cost. We must find the secret foretold in the legend. Now, Irvin, thank you, Ulrich, for rallying us and taking us here. Without you, none of this would have been possible. Seriously? Without him, you wouldn't be able to board a boat and go searching endlessly? Oswald, it's really nice to walk on solid ground again. Sybil, well, I have never seen such a green and flourishing place. It must have looked like this in our homeland a long time ago. Now, Irvin, look, there are ruins in the distance. I wonder if this island is inhabited. This place is fascinating, it's unlike anything I've ever seen before. I'm eager to uncover its secrets. Odelia? I can sense that this place is very peaceful. But I also feel that something darker awaits us, yet I feel that we will be guided on our way. By me! I hear you, Odelia. Our strength will be challenged, but we will have plenty of time to prepare. I know we can do this if we work together. Yeah, this game is very leaving you to your own pace. Probably one of the reasons I love it so much. For now, let's use our remaining energy to search for supplies. We can worry about the rest later. At your service, I may be exhausted, but I never lack motivation, so where to start? Let's begin by unloading all the supplies we have stored on our ship. So now we will be taught about how to do the basics. And one of the basics is creating stockpiles. I'm gonna make a stockpile for all items from the ship. I'm actually gonna make it right here next to the ship. They can clean up. Actually, I'm gonna tell them to clean up all of this. This is wheat, isn't it? Yeah. Also, I'm gonna put it on fast speed because there is no reason to keep it in low speed. There we go. And now we can link the ships to stockpile. Accept all items. There we go. And that's gonna put all of the items in our stockpile. When you're done with the mission, your ship carries everything that was left, so you never lose any resources. As long as they were on the map and inside of your territory, your ship, well, actually no, as long as they've been in stockpiles, the ship will bring them along. Oh look, Ulrich, someone is coming our way. Archenbald. Archibald? Archibald. Archienbald. Him. Hello there, I saw you when you arrived on this island with your boat. It seems like you've been on a long journey. What brings you to this place? It's nice to meet someone living on this island. Well, we had to leave our homeland because our resources were exhausted. Coming here is our last hope, so we can drain your resources as well. We heard about the legend of the people of the Aegir Seas. We hope that to find the secret of abundance and use it to put an end to the scarcity that haunts our people. I'm aware I'm probably reading this incorrectly. It's supposed to be, I believe, Norse. I don't know how to read Aegir or Aegir or what it's supposed to be. Yes, indeed. It is said that people discovered the secret of a never-ending life of prosperity. It is said that they lived in perfect harmony for hundreds of years. Yes, exactly. Do you know something about it? What have they found? Where could it be? Well, I won't be able to help much. Like you, I've heard about this legend before, but I've never attempted to investigate it further. In fact, I was born here and have stayed on this lush and generous island ever since. So what happened to your parents? So it's just you here? No one else is around? Yeah, exactly. What happened to your parents? No one. The people of the legend died a long time ago. I may be one of their descendants, but I have nothing more about this legend. Who brought you to the island? Your best chance is to look around and see if they left anything behind. Perhaps they wanted to share the secret and left some clues for coming generations to discover. There are many other islands in these waters. If there is something to be found, it should be on one of them. Thank you, sir. Well, at least now we know where to go next. However, first we will have to rest before we continue on our quest. Please be welcome, and please call me Archenbald. Even though I can't help you much with the legend, I can help you cover your basic needs on this island. That is a skill I have learned to master. I would hope so, since you've been living on this island. I don't know how to thank you, Archenbald. This is exactly what we need right now. Thank you. Thank me later. For now, you should get to work. Start by building a well to supply your colony with water. You can survive without food for a while, but not without water. That is a lie. You don't really need either of them, but your efficiency of the villagers drops significantly if they don't drink or eat. Come back when you're finished, then I will guide you through the rest. Alright. I need to construct a well and own water. So let's make ourselves a well. And I'm going to make a separate stockpile for the well. Just makes it more efficient. It does look like it's the same art style. I'm not gonna say art style, but art direction as Kingdoms and Castles. It's just different in scope and nature. While the Kingdoms and Castles is a kingdom simulator, not a simulator, but a kingdom management game. Here you are managing resources and automation of resource production lines. So much more like Factorio. Okay, now we need a bonfire. Bonfires are used to extend the range of your territory. And normally I would already be having a bunch of them being set, but I wanted to wait for tutorial to go through first. But the thing I always do is I immediately start chopping down all the resources in the vicinity, because we need a room for building. You can see your efficiency here, so happiness and how it does. So there are no unhappy, well, all of them are unhappy, which means that their movement speed is decreased by 25%. So Archibald, my people now have all the water they need. Well done, Ulrich. Now it's time to think about food. You have no idea what a delicious meal will do for a man. Well, if they don't, I don't know how they survive this long. You should build farms and grow some crops. That's exactly what we will do. I'm going to let them expand area further, all directions. And now I do need some clear room for them to actually lay down the farms. I'm just gonna wait for them a bit. Clear this up. We only have 8 villagers right now, and they're all slow, so it's taking them a while to do everything. So when they're happy, their movement is increased by 30%. When they're unhappy, it's decreased by 25%. And because early game there's very little automation, they do most of the things manually, it takes a while. Okay, we have enough room for one farm. Oh, we recruited a castaways. I completely forgot about that. So, you will meet neutral people on the map as well as neutral animals. And you can tame the animals and you can recruit the people. And that allows you to have more help. Animals can be recruited and... people can be recruited. There are also things like this, which are treasure. You want to harvest those. Okay, I'm gonna put down the first, no, not grow, farm. And I usually make them in 5x5 when I can. Come on. Would you clean that up so I can build my farms? I don't know, I'm lying. I'm building them in 4x4. And we want this to be strawberries. Strawberries can be eaten, they don't need to be prepared or cooked. We're gonna make this tomatoes. Another thing I also do is I make a separate stockpile for each one of those. I'll make it 3x3. So the reason is why I do that is that way the resources don't get mixed and you can fill out a specific resource. The plants won't rot, they won't go bad, so you just need to make sure that they are taken care of. Your villagers do level up, each one has stats, and they get better at them. You can even tell them what they can and can't do. Well, now we have 12 people, all 12 of them unhappy, and you can see what their needs are. They say that there is no decorations, they need tables, milk, and benches. They will be getting all of that. So they're currently they're idle. They don't have anything to do. We're waiting for these plants to be done. They will eventually grow. I don't know if the tutorial will let me do other things right now. I think it does. This game is kind of open-ended. You do have a tutorial, but you're not really forced to follow it. You can pretty much do what you wanted from the start. Here we go. I feel much better with a full belly. I couldn't even remember the last meal I had. Now that you have eaten well, you should rest a little. Benches would be perfect for that. So he wants us to make, well, what we need to make benches. And that's now the first part of our I don't know what word I was looking for. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's a workbench. And we want that workbench to make stone blocks. I'm actually gonna make separate ones because I have a habit of making a separate one for each thing. And this wooden board. That way, there's always stuff happening. And for these I make... There we go. That we have a workplace that is only doing one thing when it, because you will always need rocks or stone, and you always need wood, so it pays off to have dedicated workplaces for that. Okay, so people are now eating, and they can grab the stuff from the stockpile. They will bring it to their workplace and they will turn it into whatever material they're doing. We need 4 stone blocks and 4 wooden boards. It's telling me to make 1 bench, and it needs only 1 bench, so that's good. We'll tell him to take care of this rock as well. And we have unlocked a whole bunch of stuff now. Mostly decorative, but what we want right now is a bench. A bench overlooking the sea. There we go. He's low level in construction, so it takes him a while, but there we go, we have a bench, and now they will have something to do there. They still want they want 2 tables. Might as well give them the 2 tables. Tables are a bit bigger, but they perform the same function. I think there was another thing we could grow here. Yeah, we can also grow wheat. Might as well plant some wheat. Harvest all of that. The good thing that you never have any specific limits, as in you have to do this before this happens or before that happens. They'll simply get to it when they can. Somebody's sleeping in the field. I hope you're having fun. They're resting in the field. It's Sybil that's doing that. Had fun? Back to work with you. Oh yeah, they're not making... You should be making... Oh yeah. There we go. I'm gonna raise the priority on this. Because I want these to always be in production. Yeah, the game is very calming and relaxing. So it's a bit like another game of similar type would be Factorio, just without enemies and much more relaxed and bliss and peaceful. It's kind of like No Place Like Home, except, you know, resource management. And now we have a stockpile of things, which means that as they consume, they will get more in, and essentially I don't end up with a deficit. What else do you need? There's no decorations and they need milk. Do we have any decorations? We do. There's a torch. Torch is a decoration. There you go. Make a torch. They're sleeping outside. I haven't built them houses yet. I will eventually build them houses. There is no penalty for sleeping outside. They're just not getting a... Well, it is a critical need to have a house. So I'm guessing that you can't make them happier or even neutral until they have a house. There we go. Oh, sitting down feels really good after running around all day. I can imagine that. You'll also need some shelter to sleep properly. There we go. You'll all beginning to look like zombies. You can build simple houses to get some sleep and feel more at home. So now we're gonna build houses. Where is the house? It's a barn. That's not what we're looking for. Oh, I need to make wooden parts first. Okay. Yeah. And now I'm gonna build a third of these. And this one's actually gonna have more recipes that it's gonna be doing. We want this one to be making wooden parts. Wooden part needs a wooden board, a stone block, and wheat. Now we're getting stone blocks and wooden boards from these two. I've made wheat, so stockpile, and only two because this is a smaller item we don't really need in a large quantity right now. That's gonna change over time, but right now a small stockpile just to put it there is enough. And I want to have a stockpile for each individual item so that I don't run out of space for an item and not end up without that item being in storage. I'm also going to raise priority on this. The raised priorities don't really matter much once the stockpiles are full, then they just fill up the backlog. This is a small island, so we already explore everything. There are some presents here we can take. They have some items that I currently can't make. There we go. Unlocked more things. Now we got the housey house. Textile, stone stool. Okay. House barn. Horse barn, shipping ports, horse stations. We're gonna be using all of those later on. Tropical bar, I don't remember this. Might have been added in a update. There's the cottage house, that's what we're looking for. I think cottage house houses 4 people inside. Yes. So 4 is gonna be enough. I'm running out of wood, so I'm gonna tell them to chop some. I can plant my own trees, but I'm not gonna be doing that yet. I will be doing it eventually. Because wood tends to get much rarer in certain biomes. For obvious reasons. And every biome can only grow a specific type of tree, and each tree grows a different amount of time. There we go. We got some happy and some neutral people. See, this is a decoration that needs stone block and some flowers. I do believe that we got plenty of flowers, so let's put that in a decoration. I really need... I'm catching myself saying so like every second sentence. And it shouldn't bother me, it's just my colloquialism, but... was that even a correct word to use? I don't know, my brain isn't working correctly anymore. I shouldn't really bother myself about it, it's just the way I speak. It's like one of those things when you realize that you're doing something repeatedly and then you start being annoyed by it. And then you can't unhear it. And ignore it. Yeah, that's what's happening with me right now. I've noticed something about myself that annoys me, and now I'm trying to actively change myself so I don't do it anymore. Now, how successful I'll be in that endeavor remains to be seen. Probably not very. It's very difficult to fight habits. Especially since I probably got used to speaking that way for many years. I am focusing on the game. This game is very relaxing, so the focus here is not really in question at all. I'm waiting for these houses to be built and that's it. Not much more I can do at this point. I mean, I could get some cows. Let's get some cows. Of course, you're not gonna let me build on the beach for some inexplicable reason. So we can put cows. Now, are there any animals I can befriend on this particular map? I don't think there are. But I'm still gonna check. I know that there were... What's this? Cow. That's gonna be put here eventually. There we go, there's a cow. How many cows can we hold here? We can hold 6 cows. We have 4 domesticated cows already. That will also require a stockpile. Oh. It's gonna give them some milk. Any other animals? So there are pasture animals and there are just wild animals, and wild animals can be befriended. Pasture animals can only be tamed or, at a pasture. There is a difference. But there are no neutral animals I can get here. I think the first one that I can get is a monkey. And that's 4 houses. Oh, I need to own 4 wooden parts. That's being built right now. Okay. Doesn't take long for them to get milk. Well, it seems that all your basic needs are taken care of. As a result, your people are more satisfied and productive. Unfortunately, there is not much more I can help you with. That is already more than enough. Now we are prepared to continue our adventure. I am grateful that we crossed your path. Pleasure is all mine. Farewell. Alright people, let's continue our quest and sail to the closest island we can reach from here. That's it. That's the first map. We learned all the basics. And now we can move on. We even ended with mostly happy people. The only unhappiness is just probably from no decoration range. That's okay. Leave.